Welcome to another day of Ether Raids, and we're taking on Miracle Doc today. And my God, has things in this game been crazy? This past month, so much has happened, man. This is like the busiest period for Faye, aside from like Christmas. I want to say, maybe a Hero Rises. Nah, man, this is better. Yeah, CYL is better. But yeah, we got like a new form. Or the new film that I was talking about. Did I talk about the new film, or was I just talking about the CYL refines? I think the last time I was only just speaking about the CYL refines, and having played all of my SDR matches,
I see.
I did about the same that I always do, which is I played really well for about an hour and a half, or half an hour, whatever you want to say, however you want to look at it, and then I just started choking. I spent like 3 hours playing. And I only maintained the rank that I was currently in because, well, actually, to be fair, I typically don't play this many matches of SDR, so this was probably the first time in a long time that I was actually competitive, and that was because I actually practiced before I went in. So this was a lot better of a performance for me because I put more effort into just finding out what's meta in SD. And trying to, build a team around it. But the biggest problem about SDR, which was always a thing, is that you can just get hard countered, and that happened a couple times. The one that I lost was definitely a hard counter. And then the other, well, I lost 4 times, of course. But the one that I really, really lost was a hard counter. And then the other 2, I threw, like, it was just a complete choke. I've never choked so bad. Like, there was just so many bad plays that I could see myself making. I was like, this is a bad play, but I'm still doing it. Why is this happening? I couldn't understand it. But that was like after 3 hours in. So I was like, all right, I guess either I'm tired or I just don't want to play this game mode anymore. I don't know which it was, but I just started to make some really bad decisions. And I was like in winning positions in 2 of the matches, and I just threw. Like, it was crazy. One of them was just from impatience, and the other one was just like, I was just tired. I don't know, man. It was so bad. Choke. I am not clutch. Yet again, proof that I am not clutch. Because I only needed 2 wins to make it to Master Tier for SDR, which I haven't done yet. So I only needed 2 wins, and I absolutely choked. I wanted to get the matches in before Fjorm's banner was out, which I did do, because I did not want to put extra effort into trying to figure out, because there's so much change before SDR actually came out, or even while SDR was live, there was so much change. We had the CYLs like right in the middle, and then we had who got a great refine? What's her name? Eitri got a really good refine for SD, and it was just way better than I expected. As like, I was gonna bring Brave Erica, but she did like really badly against Eitri, and she also did really badly against Brave Attune Micaiah. So I was like, this is probably not the best option. But then I realized that Jimbro was bonus, so I brought him instead. He really did a lot better than anything that Erica was going to do. The biggest problem was just me choking. Like, I had a really good team, and I knew what the strategy was. I had a good opening and everything, but I choked so hard, man. I don't know.
I see.
One of the surprises was how many times Brave Alphonse was able to take out Brave Felix. And I was like, what's going on here? This isn't supposed to happen. A lot of those times it could have been attributed to Micaiah, which, as I was saying, one of the reasons that I took out Brave Erica, because Attune Micaiah was like literally like everywhere. All of the matches, like the key matches that I lost, was because Micaiah was on the team. The debuffs were the global debuffs were too much. I was contemplating bringing Freyr, but I was like, he doesn't really fit on the team, and I didn't know what I would do with him without Kanto, since he wouldn't have Kanto. So I decided against bringing Freyr. But yeah, it was really tough. quite a few losses that I could have just, as I mentioned, I could have done a lot better in those situations. I think I only came across one gatekeeper, and he was actually a nice gatekeeper. We ended up drawing the match, and I was like, all right, cool, because there's no way I was going to win. He had a hard counter to my team. If you want to like hard counter in this run of SDR, definitely bring duo Thor, because everyone's bringing Felix, either Felix or Seliph.
Over here?
So once you have Thor, you're in a good position to do fairly well.
I see.
So yeah, and also, you know, warping, of course, but that wasn't really a big deal for me because I was using Myrrh, and Myrrh just kind of like shut that down. So I was totally okay with that. But Alphonse did really well. He's like one of those units that performs really well for the opponent, but doesn't work for you. And that's what I'm noticing with Brave Alphonse. Like, he was able to take out Valentine's Myrrh, and I was like, that's not supposed to happen. So I don't know, man. It was really peculiar. Even though my Myrrh isn't like really invested, and it was like a +5 Alphonse, so I guess he performs better with merges, but it's still, he probably out-resed me is what it was. He probably had more res than my Myrrh. But yeah, a lot of weird things happened that just contributed to me just like performing badly, but I think it was mostly because I was tired. That aside, got all the matches in, finished in Diamond A, which is decent, I guess. With all the 100 people, 1,000, it's not that many people who play SDR competitively. I don't know, maybe I feel like I'll keep up the practice because I actually had fun. So I don't know, I feel like I'll keep up the practice. I haven't been playing it or playing SDR as competitively as I have been over the past couple of days, couple weeks since the last SDS run. I haven't been playing, I hadn't played the game mode as competitively before, so I might keep it up, see how I can finally get into rank 1 in either of the ones, either SDS or SDR, I don't know. Definitely want to hit rank 1 at least one of these days. That aside, Fjorm did not want to come home. I had to spark her, and then I went like 400 or so orbs deep. A lot of orbs, and I got 2 extra copies. So yeah, I still want one more ideally, because I do want to build another armored unit.
What now?
But I haven't foddered anything yet. I think I'm going to give definitely one to Rearmed Robin, because she's my fastest armor aside from Brave Corn that can work as a near save. So I'm definitely going to do that. And once I do that, I think I'll hold off on foddering the last one until I can maybe pick up an extra copy of Fjorm, or I don't know, something else happens. I don't know. Maybe it's bad outcomes, and I just decide to not do it. In terms of how the skill performs on, you know, other units. Maybe it'll be like not a great inherit for them. So we'll see what happens there. Got a couple copies of one of the Ice Twins, and I also got a couple copies of Thea. So overall, I had a very, very lucky summoning session, I'd say. For some reason, Lucia is now, I have Sword Lucia, and she's now like +8, which is crazy because I've never actually pulled for her, so I might, because she's currently on like a banner, I think that's Sparkle, so I might just go ahead and go there and like see if I can finish the merges there. I don't know, I'll double check because I'm not sure if it's Sparkle or not. Just to have a +10 Lucia, I don't know like what I'll do with her, but at least I'll have her available for like future purposes. Haven't tested Fjorm yet, haven't leveled her up. I literally just summoned and then I came to play Aether, so I haven't, like, no, lies, I passed out after I played Summoner Duels. I was like, okay, yeah, I was definitely tired, still a bit tired. So I just woke up, summoned, and then here we are in Aether Raids doing the best that we can. Pinette struggling to take out Micaiah here because this Micaiah is so good, man. They did a fantastic job. She came out like a while ago now, and she's still put in a ton of work because she's just so surprisingly bulky with all of the debuffs that she inflicts and the stat swings that work in her favor. I'm just like very, very impressed that they were finally able to build a good Micaiah. She is very good. So I'm anticipating her legendary refine and remix. I'm sure that one will be good as well. I'm expecting some of the same debuffs there to make her as bulky, if not even more, because one of Micaiah's biggest flaws is that she just dies like way too easily, which is, I mean, to be considered or to be expected of a mage. But the way that they've built this Micaiah, she lives a lot of things that you wouldn't expect her to live. And I had to like drop certain red units because they were failing to take out a tuned Micaiah. Even Brave Felix was failing to take out a tuned Micaiah if she has, well, this specific build, because I think Guard stops him from getting off Gust. And if he isn't getting off his special, he might fail to take her out. So, yeah, man, Micaiah is really good. Attuned Micaiah. So, I don't know. I'm kind of waiting on her to come back around. Also waiting on, I want to, like, build up Nino, Attuned Nino, because I feel like there's some value there. Aside from the fact that, you know, dagger units aren't in the best space. I'm glad that everyone has realized that, which is kind of sad at the same time, because I love, you know, having that versatility in terms of what type of units you can use on defense. But lately it's just been mages, not even bow units. Like, even the bow units, like, just don't hit as hard as they should. And I haven't really found a solution for that yet. But yeah, hopefully it'll swing back around, and you know, I can start using my dagger and bow units again. I feel like they're just missing that one skill that will give them instant specials. That's really what they're missing. Plus some extra damage. I feel like that's really what's going on there. But yeah, Jerome is here. I'm gonna test her out, see what she can do. I gotta get a kill with Reagan here because bonus unit. And then we should be good to go from there. He's just stuck in the back. I've been playing this match really. It's so weird how it's so different, rather, how I approach Ather raids in comparison to SD in terms of how patient I am with my playstyle in Ather raids, as opposed to how aggressive I am in summoner duels. I really like go like all the way in, and it's interesting because the matches in summoner duels are typically shorter. I don't know. It's interesting to think about, like, just how different you approach the game modes in this game, and I like that. It's good. The amount of styles is good. It's good to have that in the game. I gotta get both pots as well, because I only got one pot in the last match, so I need both pots here. I don't think Reagan will take out Jimbro, so I think this is safe to do with Baby Goldfig. But yeah, plans. Do I have any plans? Gotta finish building the defense for light season. Then I'm gonna go do, well, that's later on. I don't know when I'm gonna finish that defense. I have no idea what to put together because the brave units are bonus, and they're very tanky, hard to take out. Felix is, again, very difficult to take out. Same with Alphonse, so don't really know what I'm gonna do there about that. And at the same time, I want to like go through the story, or like just go through the Tempest Trials and get all the stuff there. So that's something else that I got to put aside. And then I feel like I kind of feel the urge to play some more SD, just to see how everyone's using Fjorm or how she performs in the game mode. I feel like what it means now is that the terrain effects are going to become a little bit more valuable as a means of bypassing the opponent's terrain effects. So let's see how that works, because I don't like having to break through. That was exactly the thing that I said that Brave Robin female needed for her ice terrain to be useful on defense as a stall or a countermeasure to Gale Force. She needed to be able to lay down rows or columns, whichever one, multiple layers of it for it to be beneficial to your defense team. Otherwise, it's just like, it's whatever, it doesn't really matter. And that's what happens with Fjorm. Fjorm does exactly that, and it takes a long time for you to break through all of those veins. And not only that, it's there for 2 turns. It doesn't just go away, which is one of the play arounds to Brave Robin. You can just end your turn and try to go first on the next turn before she's able to lay down the terrain. And also there's space that you can warp into if you're able to warp and take out Brave Robin that way, because she leaves gaps with her ice terrain. So that was one of the main things that I was doing. But also once you warp in, you can't get back out because you're kind of stuck between her and the ice terrain. But yeah,
I see.
definitely way more counterplays to Brave Robin's ice terrain than I think there are to Fjorm's, which is one of the reasons that I played my matches so early. Typically I would play on like Saturday. Yeah, but I didn't want to deal with Fjorm. I really didn't want to deal with Fjorm. And I also realized that a lot of players also didn't want to deal with Fjorm. There were so many players that played really early because of this new Fjorm. So yeah, it's good to get the matches out of the way. I feel like my weekend can get up and running now. I can sit back and watch some anime and stuff. But that's it. Enough rambling. GG's. Good match day.